Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you guys how to do this shadow analysis in 3D Studio Max. So from this image you can see that there are a few layers of shadows that are cast by different times of the day. So this is created by having a few sun system created within the model, all of them casting shadows at the same time. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a few sun systems within the model. So we're going to do our first one. Under the Create tab, we'll go to Systems, Daylight, and we're going to pick the center and create our first sun. I'm going to change the location to Australia, Melbourne. So this is our first sun. For this demonstration, I'm going to do a shadow analysis for a winter solstice in Melbourne. So there are around 8 to 10 hours of daylight during the winter of Melbourne. So I'm going to pick our first sun to be at 8 o'clock. And it will be set to June. So that's a winter time in Melbourne. So the next thing I'm going to do is to change the intensity of the sun to 1/10, because we're going to create 10 suns and we don't want all the sun to have the same intensity. So this concept will be more obvious when you see the end result. So basically, it's 1 divided by 10, which is 0.1. That's going to be our multiplier. We're going to go to the Modify tab. Under Mr. Sun Basic Parameters multiplier, we're going to change that to 0.1. Next, we're going to select the sun, right-click, select Clone. We're going to select Copy, and I'm going to rename the new one 9 AM. We're going to select this sun, and under Setup, I'm going to change this hour to 9 o'clock. So you can see that I've created a new sun at 9 o'clock. We're going to do the same process until we've created 10 suns, all the way to 5 PM. Now I've created 10 sun systems, with each of their intensity having a multiplier of 0.1 over here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Rendering, Render Setup. We're going to change the renderer to Scan Line Renderer. And we're going to close this. Now we're going to go back to Rendering, and we're going to click Environment. Under Exposure Control, we're going to select Pseudo Color Exposure Control. We can't see any change happening or any shadows cast in the viewport here. That's because we haven't changed the settings of the viewport. If you go to User Defined, under Lighting and Shadows, Illuminate with Scene Lights. And then we're going to click again and select Shadows. We're going to go back to Environments and Effects and change this under Pseudo Color Exposure Control, change to Grayscale. We're going to change to Top View. Next, we're going to change the values under the control settings. We're going to change the minimum to 60,000, maximum to 200,000, and the physical scale to 5,000. If we click Render Preview, we can see that the shadows are being cast. I'm going to click render, and you can see that the shadows have been rendered. The different layers of shadows have been rendered. So that's how you create a shadow analysis. Thank you.